Hairmax is something that is absolutely amazing. First of all, it's FDA cleared. It's also a medical device that's been clinically tested. And this one is their newest, latest, greatest unit. And I want to bring in Randy Valecki to join us. He is the Director of Clinical Research. How are you, Randy?
I'm great.
Good to see you. And the fact is that this is the new version. In fact, it's so new that, first of all, we're the only place you can get it. Second of all, it's so new that this one, in fact, is at an advance order price. It will ship out around, I think, September 24th, if I'm not mistaken. So the key here, though, is you're getting a special low price just this weekend. Oh, the 21st, September 21st, it will ship out. So the fact is that at the end of this weekend, that advance order price goes away, and that is a savings. So in fact, to the point where the QVC price is $369, right now the advance order price is $304.90, or 5 monthly payments of $60.98. Here's the first thing I want to ask you, Randy, is that this has changed so many people's lives. Correct?
Oh, absolutely. You know, here, the older model here on QVC, we've both sold over 100,000 devices. Wow. And, you know, you talk about life-changing. If you're suffering from hair loss, you don't know what to do about it sometimes. Right. You know, we get so many people that call in that say, we've tried the lotions, we've tried everything else, you know, and we don't know if Hairmax is going to work for me, but we try it, and then they call in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months later and say, Randy, we grew new hair.
So why should we trust Hairmax?
Well, Hairmax has been doing nothing but researching hair loss and the reasons why, or the way that light therapy can help regrow your hair. We're the leaders in this area as far as research goes. We've done 7 clinical studies to prove that this research works. Wow. I do nothing. We don't do facial stuff. We don't do nails or anything else. Right. We just focus on hair and hair alone.
So why is the Ultima 9 so special?
Oh, it's my favorite. I mean, look at it. I mean, that is one pretty looking product, isn't it? We took the technology that Hairmax has proven over the past 15 years, and we put it in this brand new, sleek design. Wow. As a matter of fact, we worked with an Italian design company called Pininfarina, who designs those high-end sports cars, the Italian sports cars, to design it for us. Look at the new display. This counts down the number of seconds that you've been using it, and then the display in the middle tells you the number of minutes you've been using it. So you use it for 11 minutes 3 times a week. So this will go through, you know, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Some of the other things that we have done is we've changed the teeth. The teeth now just come right out so easy and snap right back in. And that's important. That's important if you want to clean it.
Gotcha.
You know, we have so many people that have multiple people in their household that might have hair loss. A husband and a wife, a father and a son, you know, roommates or whoever, and now they can share it very easily.
Here's the thing I want you to know. We started this month with 15,000 of these. We have fewer than 1,500 remaining. So if you want to get this, now is the time. I want to go right to some before and afters and let you see the difference. Talk to me about these,
Randy.
Randy.
Before and afters tell the world. This is very, very common hereditary hair loss. It's also called female pattern baldness or female pattern thinning. Look on the left there. Look how her hair is so thin you can see right down to her scalp.
I know.
Now, Mary Beth, when a woman experiences that type of hair loss, you mentioned it earlier, it makes her feel, I don't know, just not the same person.
Right. Well, and somebody walks behind her when she's sitting in a chair, and she knows they're looking down at her scalp.
Oh, yes.
And that's embarrassing. Look at this gentleman coming up next.
This gentleman as well, he's got that spot in the back that's getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And with hereditary hair loss, if you don't do anything about it, that hair loss just continues. Right. But after using the Hairmax for 26 weeks, look at the hair growing back in.
Now, I want to bring up something about the 26 weeks.
Okay.
That's basically about 6 months, half a year.
Right.
Well, you know how QVC always has a 30-day return policy, love it or return it? Well, guess what? On the Hairmax, you are getting a 180-day return policy. That's a 6-month return policy because we want you to use it for the 6 months and to see results. And here's what the studies came up with.
Yeah, we did 7 clinical studies, 460 men and women, and what shocked us is that 90% or 9 out of 10 people in the study grew new hair. So think about that. That's a phenomenal success rate, 9 out of 10. And really the way we did this study is we had to count hairs. So we've got a little picture here that shows the doctors marked off 1 square inch on the scalp, and they counted the number of hairs in that square inch, and then they counted them again at 26 weeks. Guess what? On average, we grew 129 new hairs per square inch.
In an inch?
In an
129.
inch. So you think about how many inches roll over your scalp?
Oh,
that's
my gosh.
thousands of new hairs growing back in.
That's why people buy the Hairmax. That's why we started with 15,000 at the beginning of August. Today, is what date? It's the 15th.
15th.
We're only halfway through the month, and we have 1,500 left. I want to show you who can use this, because you're maybe sitting there and thinking, is this for me? Well, let's talk.
It's for men or women who fall into these categories. We clinically tested on the women in the gray shaded area. This is very, very common, typical female pattern hair loss. The doctors call it androgenetic alopecia. So ladies, if your hair loss looks like this, if your part's getting wider, if you can see through your hair down to your scalp like in that middle row, or Mary Beth, look in that bottom right-hand corner. A lot of women will lose it along their hairline there. You know, around the temporal region starts to recede. This is the key areas, the sweet spot where Hairmax works.
So where you see the gray is those who should buy it.
Correct.
And the white is where you don't need it necessarily.
Well, it's where we didn't test it.
You
Yes,
didn't test
did
it, I
test it,
see.
yeah.
So it doesn't mean that you can't use it, it just hasn't been tested
hasn't
in
been
those
tested
areas.
area.
And now check it out the men, because maybe it's
men.
your husband or your son or whoever.
You know, 50 million men suffer from this type of hair loss in North America alone, but 30 million women suffer from this type of hair loss as well. So the guys in that gray shaded area, if you've got the receding hairline, if you've got the spot in the back that's getting thinner and thinner, it's for you. If you're along that bottom row, it's probably too late. You know,
That's right.
we can't take care of those advanced causes of hair loss. Now let's take a look at skin types, because every FDA cleared medical device has to be tested on skin if it's a light product.
Sure.
We tested it on white through the brown skin types. We couldn't test it on dark brown or black. You saw that little image earlier of the dots on the scalp?
Yes.
You couldn't count a dark hair and a dark skin, so we couldn't have them in the study. But you've got 180 days to try it for yourself.
180 days, that's a 6-month return policy. You have nothing to lose. And I'm just going to remind you, this special low price of $304.90, or you can even put it on a credit card, 5 monthly payments of $60.98, that goes away at the end of this weekend. So you want to take advantage of that. So here's the question: how do I use it if I want to use it? And before we even do that,
Yes.
does it hurt?
It doesn't hurt. You don't feel a thing. Put your hand up.
Okay.
You feel anything?
No, I don't feel
No,
anything.
you don't feel anything at all.
And yet it's the red light is on my hand.
Exactly. This is
don't feel anything.
therapeutic red light.
Okay.
So therapeutic red light works in a way that it goes in there and gently stimulates the hair follicles to start growing again. Now the Hairmax is patented because we have these teeth, and what the teeth do is they get the hair out of the way so that light can get down to the scalp and encourage those hair follicles to start growing. Shining it on your hair doesn't do anything.
No.
Because this is dead hair.
This is not about the hair, this is
it's
about the scalp.
Exactly.
Right.
We're treating the scalp to grow new hair. All you do is you brush it over your scalp like this 11 minutes, 3 times a week.
11 minutes, 3 times a week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from maybe, before you even get out of bed, 6 a.m. to 6:10, People go and work out for a half an hour, an hour. I mean, if you can do that 11 minutes, 3 times a week, you have 6 months in which to do this. And here's the thing, people are getting results, but they have to be consistent. You have to use it consistently. You can't just do it once a week and hope that it happens. I mean, these are the ways the studies were done. All of the instructions come with it.
They do.
I want to show you, Tracy is here with us too. Let's explain a little bit of what she's doing.
Now Tracy's treating her hair loss right here, and you can see she's making sure that the teeth are placed against the scalp of her, against her scalp. That way, the teeth do what they're supposed to. They get in there, they part the hair, and they let that laser light energy get down to the scalp to grow in. So she's going to do this for 11 minutes, 3 times a week for the first 6 months, and then you can go to her maintenance mode of only 1 time per week for 11 minutes. Who doesn't have 11 minutes once a week, right?
I know it. That's exactly. Well, how about the fact that if you are losing hair, if you have thinning hair, you want to spend those 11 minutes 3 times a week to get the results. And while Tracy's right there, a lot of women start losing their hair right up there by the hairline.
The hairline, yes. And you can't conceal that in any way.
No.
And there's no need to conceal it when you can grow that hair back with Hairmax.
Wow. I got to tell you, this is amazing. I want to go back. We have 30 seconds left.
Okay.
If somebody is considering this at $60 a month, and you've got 6 months to return it, return policy, why should they try the Hairmax?
You've got nothing to lose by trying it.
Except
it doesn't
hair.
hurt, except hair, except more hair.
Yeah.
It's easy to use, it's convenient, it's painless, and you know what? 9 out of 10 people saw results in our clinical studies. We have sold how many already here this month of this model?
Yeah, well, out of 15,000, we have fewer than 1,200 remaining.
Okay. The testimonials call in all the time. We've got a short show. We didn't have time for testimonials. Believe it, try it for yourself, and show yourself how you can grow that hair back.
And truly, with a 6-month return policy, Like I said, you know what? I don't want your personality to change. I don't want you to feel like you've got to stay indoors and not go see people. I want you to get out, have fun. Life is short, enjoy it. You can do that with the Hairmax and make a difference. Randy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Great to have you here.
Great to be here as always.
We call this the ultimate beauty guide because really, truly, that Hairmax has been written up in Women's World and More Magazine, Harper's Bazaar, Men's Fitness, Prevention Magazine, all of that. Now, don't forget, it won't ship out until September 21st, so you want to make sure that you realize that. We'll get it out to you, though, as soon as we can get those brand new ones, the Ultima 9, in stock. Well, by the way, I don't know if you heard, but we actually, as of today,